welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very exciting video. It's been a while since I've come on here, so hello, how are you guys? I'm gonna be doing the mid-year book Freakout tag. I know I'm like a month late because technically that was June, but you know what, I really enjoy these because at the end of the year it's really hard for me to like think about all the books I read the entire year. So doing the midway point, it almost feels like the end of the year recap can be more of like a second half of the year recap, because I'm telling you, a whole year goes by and I forget about January. What even happened? I don't know, let alone the books I read. So anyways, 2025 has been a good book year for me so far. I think I've read like 30 something. I've had some really good books, I've had some less good books, and I've really just been enjoying my time. So let's just get straight into it. So starting off, the first question is, what was the best book of 2025 so far? And for this, I have 3 answers, okay? But hear me out, okay? So the first one was actually a reread, so I almost feel like it doesn't count because it's not from this year, but I'm still gonna mention it because it is one of my favorite books of all time, and that is Dance of Thieves. It's a duology. It's perfect in every single way, and it's just so good. About this like girl, she's a warrior. She ends up getting tied to this guy who's like kind of her enemy, and then they have to like make their way back home together. And there's a lot of political intrigue and things happening, and you don't even know who's the good and the bad guys some of the times, and it's just so good, so good. I read this in 2020, absolutely devoured it, fell in love with it, gave it 5 stars. And then when I reread it 5 years later this year, yeah, Past Jasmine knew what she was talking about. Then, surprise, surprise to no one, Onyx Storm changed my life, you know. And I thought for a second, is it redundant to say that I love Onyx Storm? But then I was like, you know what? No, because do I think about this book almost daily? Yes. Did it take over my actual life when it came out? Yes. Did I get put into the rabbit holes of social media and theories and talk on the phone with my friend about this for actual hours? Yes. It was stunning. If you don't know, this is book 3 in the Fourth Wing series about a girl who is training to join the dragon riding academy. I don't care. People have things to say about Onyx Storm. My half-sister still hasn't even finished it, but I loved it. And I don't know if this is my signed copy. It is. This is my signed copy. So good. Finally, this one barely count. Well, it counts, but it doesn't. But it does, you know? I wanted to throw it in as well because this series like changed my brain chemistry like fundamentally. And that's the Shatter Me series. I started it and finished it this year, and there's like novellas in between the books, and there's 6 books in the series. And let me tell you, the last novella, 6.5, it's called Believe Me, and it like actually changed my life. Like when I tell you that I was actually sobbing on an airplane next to a grown man that I did not know. So good, so good, so good. And I'm so devastated that that series is over and that it's like, what do you mean? Anyways, moving on. Those are my favorite books so far this year. So good. I had a lot of good books this year, so it was kind of difficult to pick, but in the end it wasn't that difficult. Number 2 is my favorite sequel from this year, and I already kind of started talking about it, but that would be the Shatter Me series, book 3 and 6.5. Wow. So good. Guys, it's YA and it's so well done. Like, I read the first book when I was a kid, like in high school, I think, and I was like, this is not for me. And let me tell you, the first book is not very good. The second book is also not that good. When I tell you that the third book is one of my favorite books, changed my life, literally changed my life. The slow burn of this, I mean, 3 books in and they like maybe hold hands, and I'm giddy. And I think I said, like, in my caption, I was like kicking my feet and screaming as the enemies become lovers. I mean, wow, so good. And then 6.5 was just the culmination of everything, and it was written in the POV of my literal book boyfriend, and I love him with my entire soul, and like, he can do no wrong, honestly. So yeah, Shatter Me, book 3 Ignite Me, and book 6.5 Believe Me, best sequels by far of this year. A new release that I am excited for, I have 2, and these are new releases that have already come out but I just haven't read yet. One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune and Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I love both of those authors so much, and they just look like such fun summer reads, and I want to read them before the year is up, so hopefully August will be the time for that. I have them on hold from the library, so it's really in the library's hands when I read them, but I'm hoping it's still summertime, because I've really been in the mood for just like fluffy summer romances. They fill my soul with so much joy. So I'm very excited about those 2. Most anticipated release of the second half of the year, by far, Mate by Allie Hazelwood. That is Bride number 2. I'm stoked. Twilight loving, werewolf fanatic Jasmine cannot control herself, because when Mate comes out, your girl is gonna be getting it, period. Enough said. And that comes out October 7th, so mark your calendars, guys. Bride is about a vampire who ends up having to do like an arranged marriage sort of thing with this werewolf, and it's good, guys. It's good. Arranged marriage, are you kidding me? Werewolves and vampires, are you kidding me? Say less. My biggest disappointment of the year would probably be one that I literally just finished last week, and that is Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil by John Burnt. I don't know how to say his last name, sorry. I read this for a book club that me and my friends are in, and as you can see from the beginning half of these questions, I love a romance and a fantasy and a YA. And so this was a venture outside of my comfort zone with a nonfiction, and there were aspects of it that I enjoyed, but overall it wasn't really for me. I knew that I was not a humongous fan of nonfiction, but it sheds light on the fact that it's for some people, but I just want to be reading about other worlds and creatures and magic, and that's where I'm kings, queens, yeah, that's for me. Moving on, what was my biggest surprise? Now this one is kind of like, not like, I shouldn't be surprised, but your girl is, you know? So Carly Fortune, now she was one of my top books from last year. I read This Summer Will Be Different, about a best friend's brother romance, and it was like also slow burn and like just so good, and I absolutely loved it. And then I haven't read anything else from her since then, and so I was like, you know what, I really wanted a summer romance, so I picked up Meet Me at the Lake by her, and I finished that one in like 3 days. So good. And I just started Every Summer After, and I'm already like 9% in, and I started it this morning, so I have a feeling that that one is gonna be just as good. And so I'm a little bit surprised, I guess, but also not that surprised. But I'm thoroughly enjoying Carly Fortune's writing and her just epitome of like summertime goodness, and her writing just feels good. Like, it just feels like a hug, and I love it. A book that made me cry. Now guys, the vlog is not up because I had so much footage and I'm just a little bit lazy sometimes, so one day that vlog will be up, you know, and until then I do apologize. But Onyx Storm changed my life. I sobbed like a little baby many times, multiple times. So good, but it did make me sob. And you know what I realized? My 2 favorite books from this year so far, like other than Dance of Thieves, Onyx Storm and Believe Me, both made me sob. So do I love sobbing or what? Does that make a good book to me? Or what? I don't know. But if you make me feel something enough to cry, then maybe that is it. Anyways, the second to last question is a book that made me happy, and that would be, hands down, Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Now, guys, why did it take me so long to read this book? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I just couldn't tell you. But it was so good. It made me feel butterflies and just like joy, and I loved it. I loved every second. Just read it. Like, y'all, if you like Emily Henry and you haven't read Book Lovers, what are you doing with your life is really the question. I don't know. And I did start beach read. I've gotten 12 pages in, so I'm taking a pause on beach read to read every summer after, mostly because this one is my physical copy and the other one I have at the library, so I have to return it sooner. But both of them are coming up soon because I just, like I said multiple times already, I just want a summer romance right now. Finally, the last question in this tag is books that I want to read before the year is up, and like a little bit of a TBR. Now, let me tell you, you will not be surprised probably by the things that are on this list because I probably said them in like 6 other videos, and all of them actually I own, so I will read them is what it is. I'm gonna do it. Books I'm gonna read before the year's up, probably in fall and or the beginning of winter, are all fantasy. And I just feel like fall and winter are just the perfect time to dive into some fantasy, so I'm really trying to like push them off a teeny bit just until it gets a little crisp and I can wear flannels outside as well as inside, you know? Yeah. So I have One Dark Window. That's a duology that I'm super excited for. Mistborn. I need to get into the Cosmere, period. I've been saying it for like 2 years. Rip off that band-aid, Jasmine. Serpent and the Wings of Night. If I don't read this book soon, I think my half-sister is gonna like actually come down here and kill me. So I should probably do that. And I possibly am going to do a Six of Crows reread. I'm really disappointed, guys, because Leigh Bardugo is going on tour, and she doesn't go on tour very often, and I tried to get tickets and they were all sold out. It's fine. But I was gonna like absolutely do a reread before seeing her, but now that I may not see her, I'm like, damn. I mean, I could still do a reread, but that was gonna be like my definite. And here's the really cool thing, guys, with Leigh Bardugo. I actually have already met her. I went to a book convention and met her like 10 years ago when I was in high school. Was it really 10 years ago since I was in high school? No, don't say that. And anyways, moving on. Yeah, I met her and she was the coolest, but I had not read Six of Crows yet when I met her. And so now that it is literally my favorite book of like all time, to meet her 10 years later on the 10-year anniversary for Six of Crows, it would actually probably change my life, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm on a wait list. So it's fine. It's fine. But anyways, that is my mid-year book tag. I hope that you enjoyed. Let me know if you've read any of these books down below, and what's your favorite book of 2025 so far. If you have any anticipated reads that I need to check out, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video, and hopefully there is some cool, exciting videos coming, so stay tuned for that. Thank you also for 1,000 subscribers. Insane. I can't believe I finally hit that goal after 5 years. So thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.